everybody. Thank you for joining me on the 1 year anniversary of this channel. I'm Natalie and this is Nurture Handmade. Today is a special day. It's the 1 year anniversary of this channel, Nurture Handmade. And I just have a heart overwhelmed with gratitude because I have all of you here and the channel keeps growing. It's getting healthier and healthier. And I feel like in my world, the way it's working is the more I grow and learn how to do this, but the more I grow, the more followers I get. And it just kind of perfect timing. And I don't think anything happens too soon. It always happens right on time. So that's why I'm grateful. Thought I'd get started with what I'm wearing. I have on another Tumalo by Sew House 7. I'm going to back up so you can see it better. I love this one. I made it 95% according to plan. I finally did my trim properly per her instructions, except for the pockets I did first, and I didn't yet get it. I went rogue. I don't know if you relate or not, but for me, going rogue is getting started on something and being in the flow and then just doing it the way I know how to do it, and I don't always go through some of those details. So this is my third Tumalo jumpsuit and I love them. They fit amazing. I also did not modify her. I didn't outsmart myself and modify her crotch length. I just left it and I love it way better. It hangs where it's supposed to. So I'm 5'5.5", almost 5'6", and I believe I make a size 10 in her pattern, and it fits great. In my last video, I talked about making a pinafore to go over my long johns, which I made with that beautiful merino wool, also from Mill End. And so right the next day, Tilly and the Buttons released the Noah. And even though I had to order it all the way from the UK, I did it because I wanted it. So I got the Noah. It's all cut out, and I'm using a really beautiful heavy duty, actually almost like a coating material. And this is the material. It's all cut out. Since it's so heavy, I want to say it's almost like an upholstery fabric. Why I don't know what it is because it's going to be a toile, so it's thrifted. I think I got like 4 yards for $7.99. Can't beat the thrift store, but I did choose to line it with just a nice quilt cotton because I feel like it would be too bulky. The facings are pretty, it's not a lining, it's a facing. Facings are pretty big, so I didn't want to add more bulk than necessary, but I might regret that. I might, on my official one, which is going to be a wide wale corduroy in a teal that I ordered, I'm very excited about getting. That's going to be my official Noah pinafore. This is more on the upper intermediate scale, and it'll be a challenge to myself, and there will be a couple of those upcoming challenges. This is called the Manoli Modern Marquee Skirt, and I will pop a couple pictures in so you'll probably see it a little more clear if I did that. But it has some really neat features. She has view A, where it kind of just comes down to a little bit of a point there. And then she's got view B, which is just a nice straight skirt past the knee. And then she has the one she has on in the picture, which is view C, and it's definitely asymmetrical. And so she actually says one of the best things you can use to make this pattern is a wool with some good drape, and I happen to have a really nice piece. The next pattern that I'm going to jump into that is a challenge is called the Lizette B6385 wool coat, and I am doing this with my sewing group. So I'm a bit hesitant because I haven't done a full-length lined coat yet. I've had people assure me that it isn't that difficult. So I'm going to choose view C because I love my funnel necks. View B has a pointed collar, and my friend is going to do that one. And then View A has the nice rounded collar. They're all really cute. So I'll get to cutting that out shortly. Lastly, the third intermediate pattern that I'm going to jump into with a friend is the stacker jacket from Paper Cut Patterns. Unopened, nice and crisp. And I'll pop a picture up of what that looks like. It's just a nice short cropped, kind of like a field jacket or chore coat, whatever you want to call it. And I don't know which view I'm going to choose yet. I'll show you some line drawings. But I do like the very big showy pockets that are showing on the outside, but I like the flaps, so I don't know if there's a way to combine those. I will let you know. I'll keep you posted. The stacker jacket. Okay, Paper Cut Patterns. That leads me into some of the cozy makes that I followed through on from the last video. I think that was about 10 or 12 days ago. And that one was all about making up the cozy. And so I have kept true to my word, I'm glad to say, and I've been making more than just what I have on. I did make the Paper Cut Patterns solar sweater. It's an easy. Gotta have those easies sometimes. And I just made it out of a nice scuba. Yes, and of course I chose the ruffle. If you know me, you know I'm gonna choose the ruffle. And I added my own funnel neck to it. I just extend my necklines. I'm pretty simple with how I do it. It turned out cute, and I do like how it looks. I might have a picture of myself in it, and if I do, I'll pop it in. The second thing I made is the really nice textured stable knit kind of. I think this is a scuba too. This is a Ponte Roma, I think. And this is the Cocoa Dress by Tilly and the Buttons. And I made 2 of them. I just think this is really cute, and I got to wear it the other day to work because I had all haircuts, no hair colors, so I took advantage of the day of not having any worry of stains, and I wore something white. Not to leave that one lonely, I made it in a Pontiel. Somebody let me know if I'm saying that right. Cocoa Dress again. Just a nice cozy one. This was the one I made first because I feel like this was a little bit more precious. I got this Pontiel at Persnickety Fabrics, and they have such great deals. It's 100% cotton. There isn't a lot of stretch to it, and for some reason my sewing machine had a real tough time with it. It's not even like a very thick fabric. I'm not sure why. It must be dense. So back to the solar sweater. I made these joggers. My friend called them hammer pants. You can say it. It's fine. And I made these. I had a lot of trouble, not because of the pattern, but just because I think I've been overtired and pushing myself to sew. But I had to do this part a few times. It's because I've never done it before, and sometimes the first time you just have to take it apart and redo it. But I kind of like how they look like riding pants. And they're supposed to be super, super slouchy and super, super cozy. They do have the side inseam pockets. I loved the waistband because it has both elastic and a channel for your ties. So that was a good, fun challenge. And another interesting feature is it has these horizontal pleats on the back. Has a faux fly. I'll be honest, I put these on and they do not look good at all. And I'm not being vain or anything. I just was like, I think if they were made in black like the model on the pattern, I will make them again, I vow, in black, just like the model. I think they would be comfortable. They're just a little bit elevated instead of sweats, so I wanted to give them a try. They may not work for me. They may. We'll find out. So another thing I talked about in my last video is the quick sews, the Laura leggings. Isn't that cute with my little Louboutin waistband? You like that? Basics, quick, quick, quick. Just helps so much to, first of all, it's something that I'm going to wear, and it's great for underneath everything. And it has a little texture, and it's just a little bit different. Okay, I have a pretty fair list of things that I want to make coming up. I did buy a few new fabrics at Mill End, big surprise, and a couple at Fabric Wholesale Direct online. I recommend, especially if you need a stretch velvet or a Ponte Roma, high quality, medium to low price, and I can vouch for that. Definitely recommend. I'm not sponsored by them. Somebody please sponsor me. I'm not at 1,000 yet. Once I get to 1,000, I think things start to shift. I'm getting close, and I have so much gratitude. This is Waleski down here. Here's a Ponte Roma from Fabric Wholesale Direct. It's just awesome, and I'm going to make another Tumalo, and then I might put that pattern away for a little while, but I want to perfect the pockets this next time, and I bought this specifically for that pattern. It's nice and thick. I've used it before for something similar, and so I'll be using that for another Sew House 7 Tumalo. And at Mill End, I picked up a couple yards of this awesome velour, stretch velour. I just thought it was cute. And I don't know if I'm going to make the cocoa again, because that is a pretty darn good shape. And I could make the cocoa top or cocoa dress again. But I have a lot of patterns I haven't tried yet. But sometimes you have to make things over and over so you can kind of get into it. Like, it's kind of like how people that knit scarves in front of the TV, they can just kind of zone out a little bit and not be paying attention to every single step because they've done it so many times. Sometimes my sewing patterns are that, just so that I can defrag, as my husband and I call it. Speaking of my husband, I'm making him a few things which I can't mention because his birthday's in 2 weeks. So I can't tell you because he might watch the video. It won't be out of this, though, I'll tell you that. That's for me. And then I got this also. This was a super inexpensive sweatering, but I thought I might make another Billy sweater dress out of it because it's so lightweight, but it's also very fuzzy and fleecy. I don't know if you can see that texture. It's just so cuddly. I think that would be a good one to wear for work. And since it's not a precious fabric, I think it was like $9 a yard. Mill End, I will wear that to work just fine. 2 more fabrics that I got recently from Fabric Wholesale Direct online is this kind of cerulean blue, I don't know what you would call it, a couple yards of this. And I have made the Tilly and the Buttons Freya dress, which is very similar to the Coco. A-line again. I always pick the cowl or the column type collars. Anyway, I thought this was cute. I also found some denim that was a light sparkly blue at Mill End that I haven't bit the bullet and bought yet because I want to make the Oxbow jeans by Sew House 7. I have not made them yet. All my pattern pieces are cut out and ready to go, but I keep dragging my feet. About 8 months ago, I think I took a jeans making course that was amazing, and I made one more pair of jeans, and then I've been scared ever since, even though I did a great job, I think, on both of them. And I haven't done a zipper install on jeans again. The other jeans I made were the True Bias Lander pants, and I chose to do the button-up fly because I felt like it was a little bit easier. So the Oxbow jeans that I want to make are this color. So I thought I could make a really cool, interesting, I'm not afraid of color, very interesting outfit. But I'm going to start with regular denim since I already have that. So I can't promise I'll make it by the next time, but I will make that a pair of Oxbow jeans this winter. Give me your good mojo. And if you have any tips, please leave me them in the comments. This is the same exact stretch velvet from the same place, Fabric Wholesale Direct, but in this awesome silver, and I will totally wear this to death. Again, I don't know exactly which ones I will make. I could just make a toaster sweater, or I could make a skyline tee, just a basic velour shirt. I might size up because this is pretty thick, just so that it doesn't feel too tight. More like a sweater. I also wanted to again appreciate your viewership for my 1 year anniversary on YouTube, and so let's see where this journey takes us. I hope I can continue to educate and show good things, and I have one more surprise. Here it is, the Noah by Tilly and the Buttons, as sewn by me. This is my toile. And come to find out, this is upholstery fabric. I kind of had my suspicions since it is thrifted. Very hard to sew on, but it turned out pretty good for my first go. I put the belt on. And so definitely will be making this again. I made the longer version. It has pleats here, well, princess seams. And I did a nice substantial zipper, everything lined up pretty good. The instructions were top notch. Love you, Tilly. Can't wait to meet you at Stitch Fest. I can't wait. It's gonna be so fun. So I kind of rushed through the last bit. I was wearing the Collins dress that I made. That's a Fighting Pattern Company pattern. And this is a dress I made last night, just kind of as a relax after working on this guy. Just wanted a quick sew up. Once you've sewn these kind of sweaters, you can change up the cuffs, the collar, the bottom, the length, all that stuff. So I will pop this pattern up in the frame here, but I made it out of that really fun rayon that I mentioned earlier in the video. So it's been a so-rific week. And I hope you're having a wonderful time behind the machine, and we'll have more fun next time. And peace out. That's so good.
That was better, I think. I feel like that one was good.